Hey folks, I'm out here in my partially heated garage today just to bring you 3 sloppy garage hacks, just to hopefully save you some time and money if you get into these same situations as I have. The first one here, I'll show you. I had a little dilemma. I'm trying to set the caster and camber on my shit wagon here, and this Mustang 2 front end comes with the 13/16-20 spindle thread there. I had a cheap adapter from Jegs for my Jegs, caster camber gauge here that's like 3/4 or something. It didn't fit. It's for a GM application. And the 13/16-20 adapter was $40 some plus shipping. I searched and couldn't find one cheaper. Jegs doesn't brand one. You have to go through Longacre, which I'm sure makes a great product, but I couldn't see spending $50 for a little chunk of steel or aluminum to do what I needed to do. So what I did was I went to the parts store and got 2 replacement spindle nuts, 13/16-20. One wasn't going to quite be long enough. It actually only threads onto the first one, but it needed the second one as a spacer. They were $2 a piece or something. And then this is just a piece of 3/16 inch flat bar stock, basically 3 inch by 3 inch in diameter. This is magnetic for it to stick onto there. And then basically all I have to do is thread this on like a nut and stick my gauge right to that, level it up, and it is good to go. I got some measurements here, which is something I've been wanting to get done. I just didn't have an adapter, didn't want to pay for one, but yeah, I've got a camber issue. Obviously it's positive on this side, which I want to get to at least 0, hopefully like a -5 maybe on both sides. And then the problem is I've got the caster and camber maxed out right now. So, well, I've got the caster maxed out. No, excuse me. I got the camber maxed out. In order to gain some camber back, I'm going to have to take the caster down to maybe 3 degrees, and then that will give me a little extra room for this camber adjustment I need. But I need to look up what the specs should be on a Mustang 2 and go from there. Okay. The second sloppy garage hack is this here. This may actually save somebody some fingers, hopefully. What this is a sloppy transmission jack. This is 1/4 inch plate, built to fit a 4L80E. I just measured the pan, made these tabs on all 4 corners so it couldn't slide off. These are for, and I don't know if everybody else does this or if it's just me, I like to ratchet strap the transmission down. I do that on the vertical stand too, or for underneath the lift, just because I've had them start to slide off, and when you're by yourself that really sucks. But what I've done here, you can see I countersunk these 3 holes here, and I drilled and tapped this plate on my jack. Those actually thread in with these countersunk screws. And man, I tell you what, this isn't a very tall jack. It's just a cheapie from a parts house or something. But when using the wooden, I got stuff stacked on it there, but when using the wooden jack stands like that, it worked out perfect. I mean, it was just the right height for this car. Transmission went on and off without a hitch by myself. So maybe somebody else can use that one. The third and final for this installment is this doohickey here. It's just a, what is that, a 4-inch El Cheapo, Harbor Freight, whatever you want to call it, C-clamp. I removed the pad off of that end, cut the bottom of it off, and welded this on. And what it is for, and I'm guessing there's probably not a lot of other people that have the same dilemma I do, but my dilemma is because the wastegate is in such a close proximity to the turbo housing, this clamp will not come loose enough for the wastegate to be removed. The only way I can get the wastegate off is if I take the 4 mounting bolts off or loosen them off the turbo to gain enough room there. So come up with this contraption so that I can change wastegate springs, and it just slides right underneath. Tighten up my threaded clamp portion, just snug it up, and then that allows you to take these screws out and you can slowly back this off. Spring comes up, you know, you get enough slop there that you can hold it down to get the clamp off. Works pretty slick. I didn't really need one until I got up, you know, above 12-pound springs, and then it really starts getting difficult to do by yourself, and it's just as hard with somebody else. So anyway, hope you can use these tips. Maybe they'll come in handy for somebody. Thank you.